on an all-new Dr. Phil. Could this wife and mother
Trisha's hated by almost everybody on YouTube.
be YouTube's top drama queen?
The actions that you're doing is hurting your family. It's hurting your husband. It's hurting your daughter. You can't tell people that they sell their body parts for Percocet.
Hold up.
You can't.
Hold
Excuse
up
me,
a
I'm
minute.
talking.
Oh, excuse me. You're
Excuse
bashing
me.
me. You're lying about me.
You're a hater and you
don't
have
like that.
bashed on her.
I have only ever
In the
looked
dark.
for the truth.
What's your screen name you hide behind?
I'm not hiding, girl. I'm sitting right here.
Guests have walked off before.
There's no way out that way. If you're going to make a dramatic walk-off, you need to go this way.
But never like this.
She's playing this attention-getting game. Oh, come on. Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by. We'll count you down.
Today is going to be a changing day in your life.
5, 4.
I am not giving up on you. All right, pull up a chair and pay attention because you don't want to miss today's show. Trisha is the online streaming obsessed wife and mother who spends all day, every day streaming her entire life online. Now, we met her yesterday and she claimed to have been bullied and harassed by her online viewers, including one who she says stalked her when she went on vacation. Now, that encounter ended with Trisha rolling Jackie Chan style onto the hood of this car. Here's what happened during yesterday's adventure.
So I hope you'll follow me, Truthfully Trisha, at YouTube.
My family thinks I'm out of control with my live streams, but I don't think so. My husband, Sean, wants me to stop streaming.
You're not going to get me to flip. 40% of your paycheck goes to your ex-wife.
And that's why everyone gets to see this.
The world does not need a first-hand account of our marriage.
Memorial Day of 2017, I was live streaming and I had a breakdown. Sean was visiting his family in Atlanta, so I live streamed for over 8 hours straight. There was a moment where I smeared fake blood on me. It reminded me of the part of me that died when I was raped as a young girl. I went to the ER. I told them I saw trolls. They thought I was seeing trolls of a different kind, like the movie Trolls. I was admitted in the hospital for 6 days.
You say they misunderstood your use of the word trolls.
Sure,
That's a
it's only
really
allowed
crummy
that.
doctor.
Sure, it's
Because in
only
6
covered so
days they
much.
didn't figure out you were talking about internet trolls?
Exactly. That's my problem.
Her haters have sent her more than 3 pizzas to her home. She claims one of those pizzas was laced with black pepper on it.
Little did I know 2 of my haters conspired against me, and I'm anaphylactic allergic to black pepper. It's like my whole mouth and my throat.
She says one of these people stalked her, that the hater actually hit her with her car.
I went to get the license plate, so I ran after her. She was backing away, and
So
I
she
got
hit
back
you
up.
with her car?
She hit me with my car. I've had to see the clip.
We actually have the clip.
Okay.
Move! I didn't hit you.
But
She
there's no
chased her
proof.
across the parking lot, got
get a
in front of her
license plate.
car, and dove on the hood.
No, no, no. No, no, no.
You ran
If
her
she'd have
down
kept
like a
going-
cheetah on a gazelle. Help me out here.
Let me say this. None of it needs to be on YouTube. None of it.
I believe I'm Rosa Parks of the internet. You want to know why? Because I am not going to sit down and I'm not going to be told what to do. I have a right. I have a voice.
Don't flatter yourself. You're not Rosa Parks. Now, Wendy, who watches her channel, says Trisha is a narcissistic, delusional, attention-seeking bully who she believes has ruined people's lives. Take a look.
I first heard about Trisha's YouTube channel earlier this year. Trisha is a narcissistic, selfish, delusional, attention-seeking bully. Trisha's hated by almost everybody on YouTube. She uses the platform to tell terrible lies about people. A few weeks ago, she made light of a woman's presumed missing daughter, asking her, how is she doing? She knew this woman was grieving. It was disgusting. Trisha called one woman pretending to be a nurse and asking for her medical information. Trisha once claimed that the husband of one of her trolls was running a pill mill out of Florida. Over the last few months, I have witnessed nasty arguments with her family.
And why are you gonna drop mom? Stop!
She's a horrible mom. Her daughter begged her to get off YouTube, screamed at her, told her that she didn't care about any of these people. Trisha told her followers that Sean threw her into a door. She called the police and told them that his PTSD was triggered. She live streamed everything from a restaurant. Trisha keeps promising that she's going to give up live streaming as much as she does, but she won't.
Well, Wendy, thanks for being here.
Hi, thank you.
How did you wind up being on her channel or following her or watching her videos?
I actually found her because there was another YouTuber that was talking about her bullying, and so I was curious to know what she was saying. And so that's how I found her, and immediately I heard her saying really horrible things about a person who's overweight, who happens to have a lot of subscribers, and she couldn't stand that.
Mm-hmm. And have you talked to her on her channel?
Yeah.
Who are you? What's your screen name you hide behind?
I'm not hiding, girl. I'm sitting right here.
No, what is your screen name? What is your screen name you hide behind?
You want me to tell? I'll tell.
Tell it.
It's
Oh, you're
Oh, you're that person.
Oh, jeez.
So she's not really telling the truth.
Good.
Oh, good. I'm not
No,
really telling you
no,
the truth.
because
Okay,
she-
Rosa Parks.
Okay.
No problem, Rosa Parks.
You know
Whoa,
what?
whoa,
No.
whoa,
You know
whoa,
something?
whoa,
You've
whoa.
made so many
Whoa,
fronts.
whoa, sit
Almost
down.
told me to
Okay,
kill
babe,
myself.
sit down.
Sit
Sit down right now.
Sit
Sit
down.
down. Sit down.
Come on, you're not diving on her hood. Just sit down.
I don't want to crush nobody else right now, Dr. Phil. This is
Hold on
behind
a
the
second.
screen.
Let me, this
Listen, first of all,
Hold on.
listen.
No,
Wait,
wait a
no,
second.
excuse me.
I'm
You
talking right
listen.
now.
I'm talking to
You
you.
listen.
Hold on.
You listen.
You
No,
listen.
You
no,
listen.
You listen.
I've had enough of you.
Whoa. Look around the room and see whose name's on the wall. I'll run this show. Listen. Say what you wanted to say.
Did we not have civil conversation?
Very, yes, sir. We
So
did.
then why are you coming out here and saying, I immediately thought this and that and
I did.
didn't know?
I
And
did.
did you not go on a live stream with a couple other people and bash and bully the hell out of her?
I did not.
You
That's
did
what
not?
I want. No, I did not. That's what I
Okay,
want to
so
say.
if I had known that you were the one that was going to be here, we would have provided that video.
Okay.
You're a hater
I
and you
don't
have
like her.
bashed on her.
Yeah.
And you have said some things on live
I have
streams
said,
to Trisha.
I have only ever
In the
looked
dark.
for the truth.
In the dark you
Never.
have.
All I have
Just
ever
like it.
cared about is the actual truth.
You do not even know me. You don't know anything about me other than my live stream. You're just one of those people in the peanut gallery.
I don't like everything that
don't-
happens with me and Trisha, and I hate that everything that she puts on here is on YouTube.
Yeah, me too.
But you
You too. You don't have to
hid
watch.
behind everything and flipped, and then went on a live stream with two other people
I
and
did.
bullied her right back.
No.
It was horrible. It
We did.
backfired on you.
No, it didn't.
You did them back to back, and
Yeah, we
they
did.
told you guys that
Yeah,
it wasn't good. That
No.
you were bullying right back, and that you guys needed to stop. That's what happened.
At some point,
and you
do you
know
want me
it
to
did.
respond to any of this
Yes,
or no?
I'm gonna.
Okay.
Okay.
And
I
you're
didn't
going to
interrupt you.
victimize
Okay.
yourself.
I didn't interrupt
Now
you.
that I know who it is. Now that I know who it is.
I let you vent, and I
Yes,
let
sir.
you make the point that she was
Thank you,
one of
Dr. Phil.
three and said ugly things about her, and I didn't interrupt you, and I let you speak. Now it's your turn.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
The podcast that we did was an investigative podcast. It was not a bullying
YouTube
podcast.
investigators.
Excuse me.
Stop it.
Whoop, whoop.
Excuse me.
Stop it.
It was an investigative podcast where we delved into
And what
her
did you
past.
find?
We found years of bullying, Dr. Phil, back to 2013, 2012. Years of her bullying through Facebook, through YouTube. She changes her name every couple of years. Comment after comment after comment of people that she has hurt because of her videos.
Well, I have tweets to one of her haters. You say, quote, "You're so ratchet." I don't even know what that means. You sold your something for Percocet so you can stop comparing yourself to me. You will never be me. I bet you still sleep with the lights on. I wore handcuffs for fun. You wore them for being a criminal. You will never be me. Blank yourself. So Miss Blanktard, if you're so well off, why the GoFundMe scam? Shut the blank up. when you trigger someone so much, they try to one-up you and they end up looking even worse. Hashtag good job. Those who know me are not offended by my actions. I'm a mirror and reflect what my haters see in themselves. That's why they hate me.
No, that's not why.
Oh, yes, it is.
No, it
you
isn't.
and your little online gangster
There's not one
group.
thing
You
about
think
you
you're
that I
so
wish I
bad.
had, my friend.
You
Not
can never
one
talk.
thing.
Then why do you watch me?
Mostly
Why?
because I want to know what you're up to and how you're hurting people.
Stop
Why?
me.
Why
I'm
do you
friends,
need
because I'm friends
just
with these
turn
people
her
now.
off?
You're not friends
Just
in
turn
real
her
life.
off.
Yeah,
You're
I know.
not
You're right.
friends
Just
in
turn
real
her
life.
off.
I
Turn the
understand.
Turn
I
the channel.
understand. And there have
No,
been
you
times.
don't.
There have been times that I have turned you
see
up.
you
She
all the
wouldn't have all
time.
this
You
attention. We wouldn't be on
watch me.
Dr.
I do.
Phil if everyone
I
just
was
turned her
watched.
off, just like she needs to turn it off. Everyone needs to turn it off.
All right.
57.
Why don't you talk about turning it off? Here you go.
Hold up.
You can't.
Hold
Excuse
up
me,
a
I'm
minute.
talking.
Oh, excuse me. You're
Excuse me.
bashing me. You're
I'm
lying about me.
No, I'm not. I can't talk over you. When it's my turn, I need you to shh.
I don't do sign language.
You want me to say it in sign? Stop.
I say it like that.
And later, you told some of your haters or trolls that you were going to put their names on the dark web.
Nope, that was one of
No.
my
That's
haters.
not true. Yes,
That
she
would
did.
be
No,
the
it is.
other
You
guy
were
that,
so-
that she's making
no,
up stories
no.
She did.
about.
I'm having a moment. I'm gonna like.
We saw the DM.
Oh, hey, by the way, there's no way out that way. If you're going to make a dramatic walk-off, you need to go this way.
Okay.
What did you want to say?
What I want to say mostly is that I feel like you already know that the actions that you're doing is hurting your family. It's hurting your husband, it's hurting your daughter, it's hurting you. The things that you're doing, Trisha, you know are not okay. I know you are not proud of your actions. I know you're not. There are some things that you do that are pretty cute on there and they're funny and adorable and you have reason to have a channel. I'm not saying that you can't have a channel. I'm not saying you don't have the right to film your life. What I'm saying is you can't call people pedophiles. You can't tell people that they sell their body parts for Percocet.
Hold up.
You can't,
hold
excuse
up a
me, I'm
minute.
talking.
Oh, excuse me. You're
Excuse me.
bashing me. You're
I'm
lying about me.
No, I'm not. You just, I sold my.
Where does it say I called
Where-
someone
where
a
are your
pedophile?
tweets? Where are your
Where are your tweets calling me a whore?
I
and all
haven't
of
said
those
one
things?
word about you being a whore, ever. I don't even use
my
that word.
good
But the
Lord
people that you're on the
Jesus.
live, that you're on the podcast
Then you
with,
talk about them because I'm here.
talk
you were with
talking
them
about
on
you.
a live stream.
Yes, I were. Not one of them
You are
called you a whore.
Oh,
so two-faced. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You are so two-faced. Are you enjoying this?
Okay,
Are you
I have an
enjoying
audio
this?
statement here from a person named Dale. He claims that Trisha harassed him
Let's
and ruined
take
his
them
life
in.
by calling him a rapist and a pedophile.
A
So he
con
says
man.
you did call him a rapist and a
con man.
pedophile. He claims she
Oh.
also made fun of him being blind and autistic.
Yes, she
Let's
did.
listen to what listen to what he says.
Okay, all right.
Let's listen to what he
And
says.
then I'll, yeah,
That
okay.
extorted
I'll tell
you.
you what he did.
Play it.
My name is Dale, and Trisha has ruined my life. I first saw Trisha whenever she posted a video in the shower. Trisha claims that she didn't know she was being recorded. I posted that it looked like Trisha had a strange part, and that's when the harassment started. Trisha called me a rapist and pedophile. She has even made fun of me because I'm legally blind and autistic while live streaming. Trisha has texted me sexual messages and denies it to this day.
If you saw the guy, you'd know dang right well that's not the kind of guy I would ever have any email.
Yeah,
Hell no, Dr. Phil. That is
So that's
some-
not the kind of guy you would send sexual
Hell
provocative
no,
messages
Dr.
to.
Phil.
What kind of guy do you send them to?
someone handsome like you, but not like him. Come on now. I have taste, Dr. Phil. I have a husband, and that man hacked into my husband's email account. I have
He
a husband.
did not.
You know,
That is
here-
ridiculous.
She didn't send him any pictures.
Okay. I know that's not true, but thanks.
How do you know? Because you were one of the women who were. Looked at my naked pictures
Listen.
that were hacked.
I
No,
want to
I've
hear
not
this.
seen any naked
Wait a second.
pictures
Wait a
of
second.
you.
You just said you know it's not true. I'd like to know how you know it's not true.
Okay,
Tell
then
me.
let her answer. Questions
Okay,
usually
go
are followed by a pause,
Go
giving
for
an person an opportunity to respond.
Because I've seen the DMs. I've seen the private DMs, the private messages that you sent him.
Photoshopped?
Not photoshopped in any way.
Yes.
He scrolled
Yes.
through the whole
Because
thing
he's a
on
The
fucking
scroll-
Listen,
Listen,
I can't
stop, let
talk over you. So
Well, you know
listen,
what?
when it's my turn, I need you to shh.
I don't
real.
do sign language.
I know sign language. You want me to say it in sign? Stop.
I say it like that.
Oh,
right.
come on now, guys.
First of all, the scrolled didn't have anything sexual in it.
That's not true. Yes, it did. Did you not see it?
You saw what? Who is that?
Did you
guy?
not see it?
We're
Because
not
yes,
giving
it did.
attention to this person.
And then when we tried
A
to explain it to you, we tried to
professional
show it to you.
You tried
Nobody
to
sent it
expose
to me.
You
Whoever
tried to
showed it to you,
exploit
somebody
me.
Nobody
supposedly
sent it to
sent
me.
it to you.
Okay,
You
time
sent me
out.
the fake one.
Time out. Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Phil. I went to school 15 years for this.
True. Sorry.
Actually, there's a reason I'm doing this show, because I think the internet, while really a wonderful tool, can also be very toxic. It can lead to people getting involved with predators. I mean, it can be very dangerous, and you can lose yourself in it. So I'm doing this as a cautionary tale, and boy, is this a good example. We're going to come back in a few minutes, and we're going to talk about why did Trisha prank call her mother, claiming she was caught in Hurricane Sandy. We'll talk about that and even more after the break, and it's fair game because it was live streamed. We'll be right back. Okay, that's it. We're done. You're out.
That is not fair,
You're out.
Dr.
You lied.
No.
You're gone. Yes. Yes, you can.
That was not accurate what you said.
Oh, come on.
You want to get your wife?
You need to get out of here.
And later, I think you should unplug. I think you should get the hell off the internet because you're out of control.
I have no one. When you say unplug,
Let me.
every day I try.
Okay.
It's what keeps me alive.
Mom, this is a really bad storm. Mom, it's a hurricane. I need you, Mommy. She said she hated me and hung up the phone.
Why would you do something like that and live stream it?
Can I discuss that without having this person here to
No,
mock what
you
I
can
have to
answer my
say?
question.
Go ahead. Because
What happened that day? It was a prank, like other people do, like Jackass and things like that in 2012. So you're going to demonize me for something taken completely out of context and twisted from 2012? You're
Well,
wrong.
I heard it. We didn't play your mother's voice
that
because.
was be part of it too, Dr. Phil. It was both of them were going at it pretty hard.
Oh, believe me, I know, but her
Okay.
mother was so embarrassed by it, she didn't want to even be part of it, didn't want her voice
I
used.
truly don't think it's fair that I have a hater sitting here judging me while I try to discuss
I'm a
my
witness.
private. You're not a witness.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I
Of
am.
all the things that you've ever written to me, you are one of the biggest trolls.
That's not true. I've never
Yes,
written
it is.
anything hateful to you ever once.
The problem with you is if you don't freaking like me, don't watch me. Dr.
Okay.
Phil has people who don't like him and they don't watch him. And he's got good lawyers to do cease and desist, which I would have had on you.
I've not done one thing to you.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
Okay.
You talk about me every chance you get on every other video. What is it? If you don't like me so much, why do you watch me?
I've already explained that.
Is that what you wanted to say? Because you said you're going to have a chance to tell her what you wanted to say. Is this it?
I'm sure I'll think of something else.
Well, no, you said you wanted a chance to respond. I'm giving you a chance to respond.
This person is lying to you, Dr. Phil, and she wrote nasty messages on his page.
What did I say
And
nasty
she
to you?
blocked him.
It wasn't nasty
Thank
on
you.
my page. The stream you were doing with other people
Yes.
bashing Trisha.
You didn't like that. I get that you guys didn't like that.
But
I
how's it
understand
fair for
that.
you
because
to
you
bully
were
me?
the stuff that you were investigating were given to you by bad people. The people in Florida.
That's your opinion. Our opinion was that they were
yeah.
valid.
Okay,
Show me my
okay.
criminal
Do you know who
record
they
then.
were?
Show
don't
me
have
my
a criminal
record then.
record.
Where did you get your degree? On YouTube?
No, I got my degree from a university.
Oh,
Actually, I have
really?
a master's
YouTube
degree.
university?
Yes.
Then what did you do?
Even
I
matter.
have a
That doesn't
master's
matter.
degree.
You have a
And
master's
I have
degree?
graduated
Are you
from
working?
university.
So
Yes,
why are
I
you on
am,
YouTube all
actually.
day long? If
I'm
I
not.
stream 8 hours a day, yes, you are. If you have a job, why are
do
you
have a
watching
job.
me 8 hours a day?
I don't. I have a life.
So you're
I
using
can't.
your professional opinion
Yeah.
to diagnose me? Then you're wrong. It's unethical.
I'm not diagnosing you
So-
with anything.
You called me narcissistic.
Yes,
Can you
you
read
are.
that, Dr. Phil? She diagnosed me being all of those things.
Well, I'm going to excuse her in just a minute, but while she's here, I want to ask you, some things that have been alleged, and you can respond to them, and you may have some comment on this. Have you told some of your haters or trolls that you were going to put their names on the dark web?
Nope, that was one of my
That's
haters.
not true. Yes,
That
she
would
did.
be
No,
the
it is.
other
You
guy
were
that
so-
she's making up stories
No,
about.
I'm having a moment. I'm gonna like.
We saw the DM.
Oh, hey, by the way, hold on, turn around.
Trisha, come back. I'll get her.
There's no way out that way. Hold on. If you're gonna make a dramatic walk off, you need to go this way.
Sit down, okay? Sit down. Sit down.
This is crap.
Sit down.
This is crap.
No,
down.
listen. No, seriously. If you want to make a dramatic exit, you need to go this way because you can't get out that way.
Where? He's gonna...
The only dark web that I know about is if he unplugs the router. I don't know anything about the dark web, or if I don't pay my electric bill. That's dark for me. That's all that I know.
Have you live streamed a friend's drunken, destructive behavior and they committed suicide 7 days later?
No.
No.
No, Dr. Phil, she live streamed, she
No.
videotaped, excuse me, she videotaped
She was.
a person.
She can say what she wants, and then I'll tell the truth.
Okay, thank you. She videotaped a person who was drunk in her home and being belligerent. She did it, actually her daughter is the one who filmed it. She was about 13 at the time. She filmed that, they used it for evidence in order to keep this woman away from her house. Again, in the future, they got some kind of restraining order or something like that. She sent that video all over Facebook, and months and months and months later, many, many months later, she sent the same video to the woman's husband's supervisor. 7 days later, she killed herself.
Because that never happened.
No, okay, that's it. We're done. You're out. Go. You're out of here.
That is not fair.
You're out.
You lied. You made a lie.
You lied.
You lied. Go.
You're out. You're out.
Can I stay here?
You too. You're gone.
Can I
Yes.
stay? Okay.
Yes, you can.
That was not accurate, what she said.
Oh, come on.
You want to get your wife?
You need to get out of here.
No, Wendy,
You
go this
caused
way.
this.
Go this way.
Which way?
You lied about that story about that woman.
Come on, I need you to sit up. Could you please?
And this is part of the problem. This is funny to everybody. It's funny
It's
to
not
everybody.
funny to me.
This is part of the haters and why we need to get her off the internet, because half the people in here are laughing about it.
Well, because
And someone's
they're
saying,
laughing.
yes, it's funny to them.
Sean,
Yes, sir.
sit down.
Yes, sir.
They're laughing about the absurdity of this.
Yeah.
Now, if she's going to...
Yeah.
Can you please have this
And part of the issue is that she,
Now,
if someone who just...
if she's going to play this whole drama out, then I'm going to excuse the audience. We're going to call paramedics. We're going to get her out of here because of the liability, and that means she's not going to get the help that you need her to get, because you're going to let her play this histrionic game here. And that means this is all over, and she's not going to get what she needs to get.
That's why we're here, so that she can get the help
Well,
that she
but
needs.
she's playing this game.
Yes, sir.
This attention-getting game here. And look, this ain't my first rodeo.
I will say that lady there, that she told a not an accurate story of what had happened with this.
Well, I have no doubts that the truth lies somewhere in between. Robin, what were you saying?
I said, well, we all decided as she walked by, we didn't see any tears.
Not worrying. Look, would you like to know what I think's going on here?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm going to tell you right after the break.
Okay.
Closed captioning provided by Well, I'm back with Sean and not Trisha. Trisha decided to walk off, and she collapsed on the runway. I watched the whole thing. She collapsed much like she jumped on the hood of the car. Seriously. And this is melodramatic, attention-getting behavior. And look, this isn't news to you.
My surprise lever hasn't budged an inch.
Yeah. But I'm going to tell you what I do think. Well, she's engaging these haters, and
yes.
First off, you just can't do that. If I engaged everybody that got on my social media platforms and said, why don't you shut up, you bald-headed hillbilly, I would do nothing but respond to those people. You just simply can't. And your wife, in your own words, and actually hers, I'm not sure that addiction is the right word, because I think addiction really should be reserved for physiological dependency sort of things, but she certainly has become obsessed with this, and many people do. She hasn't invented this. She's become obsessed with it, and she says it gives her instant gratification. She can watch the number of followers go up, and she gets a lot of positive feedback, because your wife's cute as a button. I mean, she really is, and she's got a great personality, and she's very entertaining, right? I mean, really, she's got a very positive side to her. I can see why people would follow her and all, but she also has no boundaries. Mm-hmm. She has a problem with boundaries, yes. And so sometimes she'll up the ante. If the attention is waning, I think she'll up the ante a little bit. I mean, she's got clips where she covers herself in blood. And have you seen those?
Afterwards.
I have a definition of normal and a definition of abnormal. If something is normal, then it doesn't interfere with your functioning and the healthy pursuit of your goals and other parts of your life. It's abnormal if it does interfere with the pursuit of your healthy goals in life.
Or you can do nothing else.
As I say, it interferes with the healthy functioning and pursuit of goals. It's become,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's become a block here. And I think it's ironic that she labels her channel Truthfully Trisha, because there's a lot that she speaks that's not at all truthful. It's gauged to get a reaction. It mimics an addiction in that she gets a high from plugging in, and then when she gets away from it for even a few minutes, her anxiety starts building up. She plugs back in and gets some reinforcement from people. Mm-hmm. Calms her down for a minute, and then if she doesn't, she has to get that next fix, that next fix.
And if she doesn't get that fix, it just goes and it goes, because the fix isn't there, and it'll just get in the negative direction, and it just keeps going and going and going and going.
I think I can tell you what needs to happen here to calm this down and head it in the right direction. I think it's very doable, and I think I can give you the formula for success. Now, Trisha is going to come back out in a minute because I have some advice for her and the family.
Please.
And so I want everybody to just calm down, and let me talk about this, because I know this has kind of been outrageous and has some entertainment value to it, but I only do shows that have takeaway, and it's time to create some takeaway here so everybody here and everybody watching can hear what I have to say, because this internet stuff can get toxic, and I want to talk about how to take the toxicity out of it. We'll be right back. I know that you were bullied as a child, and a lot of the things the haters say to you now are triggers for what you heard as a child. That's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. Closed captioning provided by Okay, well, Trisha is rejoining us. How you feel?
Blown away.
Yeah? Why?
To be accused of something that hits me in the Achilles heel of my heart. Suicide is not a joke to me.
What?
Suicide is not a joke to me. Yeah. I lost someone very close to suicide, and that someone could make an accusation that I caused that for someone else. I lost it.
It's hard for me to tell what's real with you and what's histrionics with you, because you're very labile emotionally. This gives you a clue. You go up and down, right? And I do my homework, and I know that you were bullied as a child, and a lot of the things the haters say to you now are triggers for what you heard as a child. We speak at about 125 words a minute, but we think at about 1,300 to 1,500 words a minute. And so, reason that's important is a bully will say something to you, like young girls, 7th grade, could be walking through the cafeteria and they can say, you're a fat pig. They may only say it one time, but that 7th grade girl who has body image problems may repeat that every day for the rest of her life. But in her mind, she repeats it 10 times the speed, so she can say it. I mean, she can say those 3 words 1,000 times a minute. So it just gets programmed into your brain to the point that it really becomes a defining message of who you are. And then when somebody comes along and pokes at that open wound, you can really have a big reaction to it. If you have a need to be loved by strangers, this is not the job you should be in. And you've put yourself out there to a mini public, and you don't have the demeanor to handle that. But yet you've put yourself in that position where you have what you call haters. And, you know, it may be the same 30 people living in their grandmother's basement for all I know. I don't know. But you engage those people, that's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. You can't do that. When you do that, you might as well put them on the payroll. You cannot respond to those people. Not ever, never, ever can you respond to those people. And when they don't get a reaction, they'll go away. They'll go find somebody else because they're looking for a reaction. And when you, as you call it, clap back, I guess that's internet talk for being stupid, you don't want to engage those people because they just keep coming back at you. You're rewarding them. You're rewarding bad behavior with attention. To sit there and live stream brushing your teeth, to me, just doesn't.
And it's a struggle to make it through moment by moment. It's what keeps me alive.
Look, I got a good sense of humor, but if it starts to backlash on you and hurt your feelings and hurt your daughter, hurt your husband, hurt your marriage, then it's not worth the reaction. It's not worth the laugh. It's not worth the buzz.
When they're not there and I have no one and I am withdrawn and I am depressed and I'm isolated, it's what keeps me alive. When you say unplug, whether it be, I have supporters out there who tell me to keep going, that there are 3,000 people who attempt suicide every day and 145 succeed.
Okay,
Every day I try.
Okay, but let me tell you something. You're kind of like a chatty Cathy. You have a string you pull and you arp up certain things that you think justify what you're doing. And I'm going to tell you that, as Robin says better than I, when I personally think one of the most powerful women's advocates on the globe today, and one of her primary messages to women is you got to take care of yourself so you can take care of others. And she'll say to mothers, you got to take care of yourself so you can take care of your children. Because if you become emotionally bankrupt, you're cheating your children. She says, we need mothers, not martyrs.
Well, they tell me I'm a narcissist when I take care of myself.
Well, you can listen to them or you can listen to me.
I'm listening to you, Dr. Phil.
You make your choice. I can't make that for you. You say you've got supporters out there. They come at a very high price for you and your family right now. Do I think you should unplug? Absolutely, unequivocally, without a doubt. I think you should unplug. I think you should get the hell off the internet. I think you should stay away from it for a period of at least 90 days. Do I think you have the right to be on the internet? Yes. Do I think you have the right to say what you want to say as long as it's not a lie? Yes. As long as it doesn't incite people to violence? Yes. But I think right now it's coming at a very high price for you, and I think you should unplug because I think you're out of control. And when you say, well, then I'm just sitting there looking at the walls in the house being withdrawn and alone, then you know what? Go to your church and volunteer. Go down and take the training. Go down and take the training and carry a phone for the crisis hotline for suicide prevention, where you carry a phone and you can be on call 24 hours a day for those people. Do what Robin advocates so much and become a CASA. Become a court-appointed special advocate for foster children and go fight for them in the court system. Go find things that you can do that you find meaningful and empowering, where you're fighting the good fight for the good reason and the good cause. To sit there on your computer and live stream brushing your teeth, to me just doesn't.
And it's a struggle to make it through moment by moment.
Closed captioning provided by. I think if you will do some of the things I'm talking about, and I'm going to get you some professional help, including a life coach. I think if you would take all of this energy and plug yourself into some things, I think, personally, I think you have a great personality. I think you're very entertaining. I think if you routed all that stuff into some things where you could see one of these foster children that you guided through the maze, you know what the number one outcome is in predicting whether a child is going to do well in this world or not? It's not education, it's not money, it's not home. It's whether or not they have an adult to put their arm around their shoulders and say, I'll walk this walk with you. That's the number one predictor of whether those kids.
I never had that as a child.
But you can give what you wish you had gotten. If you want to fill up a void, give what you wish you had. And that will fill you up faster than anything you can do is give away what you wish you had. And if you would do some of those things, I predict within 90 days you would look back and say, I cannot believe the time I wasted doing this when I could have been impacting these lives and doing these things. It will make you alive. It will make you vibrant. It will bring you back to your husband. It will bring you back as a mother. It will bring you back as a person. And I'm just saying, let me get you some help to walk you through this transition. And I predict in a very short period of time, you will go, oh my God, wow, there's a whole world out here and I'm now a meaningful part of it. Give me 90 days of getting you help and unplugging you, and you won't believe what happens next. Will you do that?
Yes.
Do you support that?
Absolutely.
Am I giving her the right advice?
Hell yes.
So sorry.
Okay.
If I'm giving her the right advice, stand up. Okay? All right. I want to thank all of my guests today. For more information about today's show, log on to the internet. drphil.com. You can also join the conversation today on Facebook and Twitter. Don't stay long. Just say what you have to say and get the hell off. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna get you this.